YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to Bananas Epic Gaming, and today we are doing the Rincon draft. There was a big run, and it was the Texans trading Deshaun Watson and their first to the Washington football team, and the football team trading their first to the Texans, and Arizona traded a player and a fourth round next year and a additional future third. It's confusing. I didn't realize I wasn't streaming until I turned on my monitor. But Deshaun Watson is on the Texans. From the Texans, no, Deshaun Watson is on the Washington football team, and Washington football team now has the 32nd pick, and they have the fourth round pick next year, and I believe they have a second round, an additional second round pick next year as well. And Arizona traded their 32nd. Connor is on the move.
And now on the clock, it's the Vikings.
Right here should be Dante Grigsby. Dante Grigsby and Carlos Renova should be the two players off the board right off the bat.
It's the Lions now on the clock.
Well, Dante is a Minnesota Viking, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, here we go. The Cardinals now
Carlos Renova. Okay. Let's make our selection. And with the third overall pick of the 2022 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Leo Parra, defensive end, Arizona.
The Cardinals on the clock now. What direction will they go?
Ooh, he's ranked 62. Yikes. But he's an 88 overall.
The Bills are now on
Shane
the clock.
Way is now an Arizona Cardinal. I didn't take him in a linebacker because we took two of them in back-to-back years. Sorry, Nick.
The Lions on the clock now.
Nick goes to Buffalo. Are the Lions going to get a weapon for Carlos? Like Freddie Lopez?
Okay, here we go. The
Wow.
Jets now on the clock.
Garza.
Okay, the Jaguars are now
Freddie.
on the clock.
Okay.
right, now it's the Cardinals' turn. They're up. On the clock now, it's
Taylor.
the Falcons.
61, but we took him at 9. That's fine. All these guys are going to be dependable.
And now on the clock, it's the Raiders.
Travis to the Falcons.
All right, the Dolphins are now on the clock.
Let's try and I hope.
On the clock now,
Donald, damn it. See, I don't trust the Bears.
Okay, here we go. The Bengals now on the clock.
CJ. So I got to take my left guard now.
And now on the clock, it's the Cardinals. The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Ranked 3 in true talent. I know. I gave myself 99 overall. Ooh. I'm a bad guy. So we need a 2022 first, at least. No. Moving down a couple spots. No. I'll take that.
We've got some action here, folks. They've traded this pick. We'll have the details in a moment.
And I'll get my
all right, next up, the Jets are on the clock.
I'll get my start bidding my line, and I'll get Abel.
Okay, the Ravens are
Damn
on the
it.
clock now. On the clock now, it's the
Jimmy
Giants,
Grigsby.
and time is ticking. Okay, here we go.
Isaac,
The Cardinals now on the clock. All right, it's the Panthers now on the clock.
85 overall. That's fine. Okay, so I can get James Conner to Philly. For okay, I got a second, so I just swapped a pick. I moved up. Get rid of Justin Pugh because that takes up a lot of money. Okay, hang on. I thought I saw green. Falcons. Okay, there we go. Got another second round pick. I'm just stocked up on those second round picks.
Okay, the Browns on the clock now.
Izzy,
On the clock now,
Cody.
it's the Chargers, and time is ticking. Okay, next up, it's
Randall.
the Broncos on the clock. The Titans now on the
Landon
clock.
plays for the Broncos.
The Packers are now
Diego.
on the clock. The Patriots on the clock right now.
Andres.
Let's see who they have their eye on. Okay, it's the Cowboys
Greg.
now on the clock.
Of course, the Patriots would take a
All
running
right, the
back.
Chiefs are now on the clock.
Miles,
Okay, it's the Bucks now on the
Emilio,
clock. All right, it's the Steelers now on the
Javier.
clock. The Texans are now on
Van
the
Dyke,
clock. All right, it's now
Dylan.
the Vikings' turn. They're up.
They still
Okay, it's the Rams up now. They're on the clock.
Mario Pedraza,
The Cardinals on the clock
Joseph
now.
Matthews,
What
okay.
direction will they go?
all solid picks.
All right, now it's the Cardinals' turn. They're up.
David Fonseca, okay. So we got our DB. Hang on. Left tackle. We should be good there. Mark.
It's the Bills now on the clock.
Mark Fielding.
Okay, it's the Lions now on the clock.
Sevan.
Now the Seahawks are on the
David.
clock. Who do they have
Seahawks
their
are on
eye
the clock for the first time.
On the clock now, the
Jonathan
Jaguars.
Matthews.
And now on the clock, it's the
Michael.
Cardinals.
Well, you know what? That's fine. I can go for the running back that I wanted to get anyway. Oh, I can get him later, right? Yeah. I can possibly get him later.
Okay, it's the Falcons
Connor.
now on the clock.
95 over.
The Raiders on the clock now.
Sean
What
Paul.
direction will they go? The 49ers
Joseph
now on the
Matthews.
clock. Okay, the Bears are on the
Raymond
clock
Williams. Dang it.
now. The Bengals are on the clock
Sony.
now. The Colts are now
Ray
on the
Lewis
clock.
III. Dude, I still got a grip load of a good amount of people that I've scouted.
Okay, next up, it's the Dolphins on the clock.
Who do they take? Dominic.
The Seahawks are on
Preston.
the clock now. The Ravens are up now. Let's see
Dad.
what direction they go.
Dude, David Bradley's still there.
The Giants are on the clock
John
now.
Kears.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Fabian Enriquez.
And now we turn to the Jets. It's their selection.
Thank you for joining us. If you're just joining us, we are at the Rincon draft in the second round. If you went to Rincon with me, or yeah, you
The
probably
Browns
have
are
been
now
drafted
on the
already.
clock. Okay, the Chargers up now.
Ulysses.
They're on the clock. The Broncos are on the clock.
Damn
now.
it, Kevin.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Okay, I gotta make my running back selection because he will be gone the next round. The next time I'm up, dude, I'm shocked that he's still there.
All right, the Packers are now on the clock.
16th ranked at 57. I'll take it.
The Patriots are now on the
Andrew.
clock. It's the Cowboys now on the
Forrest.
clock. The Chiefs on the
Fred.
clock now. The Buccaneers are on the
Chance.
clock now. And the Steelers on the clock
Dennis.
now. Let's see what direction they go. Okay, here we go. The Cardinals now on the clock.
Kirk. Dude, why is he still there? That's a first-round talent. Yeah, I'm not gonna let him.
The Vikings on the clock now. What direction will they
77
go?
overall. Okay, maybe that's why. But our DBs are set. We got Murphy, we got Wallace, we got Wilson, we got Gowan, and we got the two that we drafted.
The Rams on the clock now. The football team now on the clock.
Gabriel
Let's see what they do.
Braz,
And the Texans now on the
David
clock.
Single.
Who do they have their eye on? Okay, it's the Bills now on the
Jacob.
clock.
Poor Jake.
All right, on the clock now, the
Joaquin
Lions.
Ruiz,
The Jets now on the clock.
Austin
Let's see what they do.
Hernandez,
The Jaguars are now on the
Arturo
clock.
Espinoza is the backup to Zachy
Okay,
Wilson.
the Eagles on the clock
Ike
now.
Keeley,
The Falcons are now
Joe
on the clock.
Stubbs,
All right, now it's the Raiders' turn. They're
Teddy
up.
Carter,
And now on the clock, it's the
PSV
49ers.
Belford. Dude was a
All
baller.
right, the Bears are now on the clock.
Sorry, Cody. You're gonna get crapped on a lot because you're in the Arizona's division.
And now we turn to the Bengals. It's their
Adam
selection.
Hall,
And now we turn to the Colts.
Keevee.
It's their selection. All right, now on the clock,
Mitch
the Giants.
Caraway in the third.
Okay, next up,
Anthony
it's the
Gray.
Seahawks on the clock. On the clock now, the
Emilio
Ravens.
Figueroa. Probably butchered
And the
that.
Giants now on the clock.
Ty.
Who do they have their eye on? The Cardinals on the clock now.
Okay.
What direction will they go?
Anthony is still.
The Panthers now on the clock.
79 overall D tackle. I'll take that.
Now we turn to the Browns. They're on the clock. All right, now on the clock, the Chargers.
Hobby.
All right, the Broncos
Michael
are now on
McKinn.
the clock. All right, next up, the
Charlie.
Titans are on the clock. Now the Packers are on the clock. Who do
Marco
they have their eye on?
Romo.
On the clock now, it's the Patriots.
Travis Cardsprinter.
The Cowboys on the clock now. What direction will they go?
Anthony Mudra is on the Patriots. He's probably going to start over Mac Jones.
On the clock now, the Chiefs.
Jacob.
On the clock now, it's the Buccaneers.
Alex Roman.
Okay, the Steelers on the clock now.
Rest in peace, Steven.
All right, now it's the Cardinals' turn. They're up. Okay, here we go. The Vikings on the clock now.
84.
Now the Broncos.
Brian Garcia.
Who do they have their eye on?
Bobby Catalan.
Now we turn to the Panthers.
Alfonso.
They're on the clock. And now on the clock,
Chad
it's the
Edmondson.
Cardinals.
We're getting some.
And the Browns on the
Jesse
clock
Wong.
now. Let's see what direction they go in. All right, the Seahawks are now on
Travis
the clock.
Kartsburner. His little brother, Austin.
And the Chargers now on the clock.
Alex
Who
Howe.
do they have their eye on?
John Martinez. Wow.
All right, next up, the
Christian
Bengals are on the
Garcia.
clock.
70 overall with hidden developmental trend. I would take that. At this stage, with there being no middle linebackers left.
The Raiders now on the clock.
Chris Hernandez.
The 49ers on the clock now. What direction will they go?
Jason Ingebrigtsen.
Okay, the Giants
Andrew
up now.
Cable.
They're on the clock. The Bengals now on the clock.
Robert
Let's see what they
Danbury.
do. The Colts now on the clock. Let's see
Louis.
what they do. The Dolphins now on the clock.
Stevie Morales.
On the clock now, it's the
Eric
Seahawks.
Emerson.
Time is ticking. The Ravens are
Art.
now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the
Jesse
Giants.
Bush.
Time is ticking. The Cardinals are now on
Tyler
the clock.
Littner.
The Jets now on the clock.
John West, 78 overall. Him and Buda Baker. And Taylor as strong safety. That's going to be a good dynamic right there.
All right, it's the Browns now on
Jalen
the
Coleman.
clock. The Chargers now on the clock.
Montez Riggs.
On the clock now. It's
Elijah
the Broncos.
Wesley.
Time is ticking.
Wesley. Arnamian.
Okay, next up, it's the
Eric
Packers on the
Sanders.
clock.
David Gutierrez.
The Cowboys now on
Johnny
the clock.
Martinez.
The Chiefs are up now. Let's see what direction they go. All right, next up, the Bucks are on the clock. Now we turn to the Steelers. They're on the clock. All right, the Ravens are now on the clock.
Enzo Esperanza.
All right, the Jaguars
Santana
are now on the
Morales.
clock.
Now he goes.
All right, now on the clock.
Jacob Johnson.
Rams. All right, it's the Eagles now on
Victor.
the clock. On the clock now, it's the Texans, and time is ticking.
Danny Hunt.
All right, on the clock now, the Bills.
Daniel.
The Lions on the clock now.
Cota.
What direction will they go? Okay, here we go. The
Dumb
Jets
Bird.
now on the clock.
River.
And the Eagles on the clock now.
Nathan.
Let's see what direction they go.
Fidel.
Okay, here we go. The Raiders now on the clock.
Chucky.
Okay, here we go. The 49ers
Harneke.
now on the clock. The Bears are up
That's
now.
funny
Let's
because
see what
he's
direction they go.
He's a Broncos fan in real life. That's why that's funny.
Okay, here we go. The Bengals now on the clock.
Eric Vega.
All right, next up, the Colts are on the clock. Now the Dolphins are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on?
Michael Cota and Mike Franks.
Now the Seahawks are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on?
Seth.
Okay, the Ravens are on the clock now.
Hiram.
The Giants are on
Manny.
the clock now. It's the Saints now on
Hassan.
the clock. And the Panthers on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go.
Josh.
Okay, the Browns on the clock now. On the clock now, it's the Chargers, and time is ticking. The Titans on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on.
Tremaine, rest in peace, buddy.
And now on the clock, it's the Raiders. All right, on the clock now, the Cowboys. The Ravens are up now. Let's see what direction they go.
Kadeem Carey.
All right, next up, the Jets
Cody.
are on the clock. Okay, here we go.
Anthony
the Cardinals
Lopez.
now on the clock.
It's nothing for 2022, and then I don't want it.
The Vikings are now on the clock.
I'll take Josh Harley.
On the clock now, it's the Rams, and time is ticking. And now we turn to the WFT. It's their selection.
We have 6 wide receivers.
Okay, the Texans up now. They're on the clock. The Bills on the clock now.
Padilla.
What direction will they go?
Anthony.
And now we turn to the Jets. It's their selection. The Jaguars are
Marco.
up now. Let's see what direction they go.
Romeo. Marcus
now
Romo
we turn to the Eagles.
Another one of
They're
my
on
friends
the
that
clock.
passed away. They got drafted earlier.
All right, next up, the Falcons are on the clock. The Raiders on the clock now. What direction will they go? The Jets now on the clock. Let's see what they do.
Andy Horn.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Matt Viega.
The Bengals are on the clock now.
Logan
Okay,
Janke.
here we go. The Colts now on the
Albert
clock.
Emerson. The brother went to Cincinnati.
On the clock now, it's the Dolphins. And time
Alex
is ticking.
Moran.
The Seahawks are on the
Alex
clock
Martinez.
now. Okay, the Chiefs are on the clock now.
Kalen Taylor.
All right, now on the
Francisco
clock, the
Ramirez.
Giants.
I wonder, is there anybody still left on my draft board? No, they're all gone. 1, 2, 3.
The Saints are on the clock now.
16.
What direction will they go?
That is an expensive draft class. Leo, Shane, Taylor, David, Chris Galvez, David Fonseca, me, Sergio, Josh, Mark,
Okay,
Christian,
the Panthers on
Connor,
the clock now.
Robert, John West, Jesse, and Andres.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Chris,
Okay, the Chargers up now. They're on the clock.
Travis, Control,
Okay, next up, it's the
Andy
Broncos on the
Gomez.
clock. Okay, it's the Titans
Anthony
now on the
Hunt,
clock. On the clock now, it's the
Thomas
Packers,
Lim.
and time is ticking. All right, next up, the Patriots are on the
Robbie,
clock. Okay, it's the Cowboys now on the clock.
Chris,
And now on the clock,
Devin.
it's the Vikings. The Jets
Mike
now on the
Williams.
clock. The Steelers are now on
Tristan
the clock.
Tank,
The Cardinals on the clock now. What
and
direction
Miguel
will they go?
Soto. Okay.
All right, the
I'll get
Chiefs are now
Carrot
on the
there,
clock.
and I'll get my kicker in free agency.
And the Rams now on the clock.
David Gemini.
Who do they have their eye on?
Kevin Homer, rest in peace, buddy.
Okay, it's the Patriots on the clock now. The Bills are now on the
Salim.
clock. Now we turn to
John
the Browns.
Irwin.
They're on the clock.
Austin,
Okay, the Jaguars are
Caleb.
now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock.
Francisco Ciences,
The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who
Jarvis.
they have their eye on.
Joe Bonnie,
All right, it's now the 49ers' turn.
Torres.
They're up. On the clock now,
Malcolm
the Bears.
Perryman,
And now we turn to the Bengals.
Eli
It's their
Henderson.
selection. The Colts are now on the
James
clock.
Kroger.
Okay, it's the Rams up
Andy
now. They're on the
Penn.
clock. Okay, next up, it's the Seahawks on the clock.
Jose Ramirez.
On the clock now, the
If Randy
Jaguars.
Bauer went to Seattle. Oof. Tough luck, buddy.
And the Giants now on the clock. Who do they
Rincon
have their eye on?
Jalen Pollard.
All right, it's the Panthers
Noah.
now on the clock. It's the Lions now on the clock.
Jesse.
All right, now on the clock, the Chargers.
Robbie Adrian.
The Broncos are on the clock now.
Do I have him on here? I think I do.
All
Kevin
right, the
Homer.
Dolphins are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock.
Bo and Louie.
The Patriots on the clock right now. Let's see who they have their eye on. The Chiefs on the clock now. The Bucks on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on.
Cody Rice. Murillo.
Okay, the Eagles on the clock now.
Dang, dude. That's sad. We are a 96 overall team now. Next season is going to be fun. Let's move him to right tackle. Excuse me. Who's at 95? He went down 1. Okay. That's a good offensive line right there. Nobody's getting through that. With Taylor to free safety, to have Taylor and I have Budabaker out there on the field at the same time. He was an 88. If he goes down to an 86, 87, that's okay. No, he stays the same. And I'm going to sign my kicker and my punter right now. Add him to trade block. I'm just curious. Should I try and trade away Devontae Adams or no? That's stupid. Are they the same age, Devontae and Diop? Because I don't want to be paying two aging receivers that type of money. He's 29. Diop is 30. So maybe when Diop leaves, okay, yeah. Advanced week. Off season's over. Wait, what the hell happened to Rudy? So Carlo got signed. Robert Gregory got signed. Of course he got. Of course, the Titans took him. Okay, I got Rudy. I got my kicker for the next 20 years. Only cost me a second round pick. Oh yeah, okay. I didn't ask for this guy. I don't think I did. Okay, I got rid of him. Go get my punter, then my team is set. And I'll just sign this guy for like a year. Okay. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll move... I'm going to move Rondell Moore to the practice squad. I'll move Josh Hurley to the practice squad. And that takes care... So he's like, what, a late round pick? What round did we pick him in? Because Kirk, Hurley, Pittman, and Moore are going to be the receivers of the future. Okay, how long did I sign Devontae for? Because that's... 5-year deal. I could move on from him in 2024. Or I could let D-Hop go in 20... Oh, I can move D-Hop to tight end. Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll move D-Hop to tight end. Me and D-Hop will be tight ends. And have Adams, Kirk, Hurley, Pittman, Moore. Okay. So I'm going to have a really loaded receiving group for 1 year. Alright, that's going to be all for this episode. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Tap that little bell on that YouTube app so you guys never miss an upload. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.